Alright, cadet, are you ready to stop the evil invading army of apes and protect all of mankind? That's what I thought. Let's get started by giving you a guide of the menus. Alright, welcome to, well, not necessarily the first thing you'll see, but the second thing you'll see. If you've previously started a file in Million Monkeys, you'll be brought to this loading screen. So, choose the memory card you want, 1 or 2, by pressing circle. Just agree to the first option that comes up. It loads up. It brings up your files you can choose from. I'm going to choose first file, which has a crown, which means I've beaten the game. And then it shows me the Specter story and Spike story, which both have crowns, because I've beaten both. So we want the first option, circle. Okay, now here's the main menu. We got a lot to cover here. So first option is story mode. These are difficulty options. So that's normal, hard, very hard. If we were to choose, whichever difficulty, so then you get to choose between episode Kakaru, Spike, and episode Specter. So you can play as Natalie, the professor. It pretty much shows you everyone you can play as, depending on which story you want. So let's say we want this story. So we got 2 options here. This option down here is a default. You can choose a default character. But you won't be able to collect any new weapons or outfits, which is lame. So go with this first option here. So choose a character, yes. Choose whichever character you've created. I might get into character creation in a bit. Okay, then you choose the story mode. So, just go to whatever mission you want. If you're new to the game, you'll be starting at mission 1. This option here lets you go to character, customization. So, Helga is probably a bad character to choose because, hold on, I'll choose a different character. You know what, I'll just show off the character editing later. So just know that that option there is where you go to edit your characters. This option is pretty much start mission. Alright, so we got a few options here. This one, this option is pretty much, background music, vibration, on, off, sound effects, all that stuff. This starts the mission. Go in here, so this first option, you can change your weapons and stuff around. The second option, you can change what your super attack is. Ooh, it looks like she has all the ape summons. That's pretty cool. And third, this option right here makes it so the mission starts. Okay, let's get out of here. Did I mention that circle is confirm and X is cancel? Because I really should have mentioned that. Okay, we're going to get out of here and we're going to go back to the main menu. Okay, the second option, this is the arena mode, where you fight characters in a little boxing ring area. So this is the difficulty selection right here. So let's say I want to go in here. Okay, well, I don't really need to choose my custom character every time, so I'll just choose Spike, go in, and you just say you want to start the tournament, and off you go. You choose your character and all that stuff. Let's go back. This is versus mode. I'm not going to get into that because kind of explained it during a Casual Friday on the strategy guide, so I'll include an annotation right here. Let's go down to here. Okay, so there's I'm not I think this is files. This is file selection, so if you want to switch which save file you're on, you can go and do that. Here is character creation. So we can we can create a new character right here if we want. I'm not going to bother doing that. I think you can probably figure it out. I'll show you what you can change about your character, though. I'll choose Casi. Okay, so welcome to the character menu. Let's see what... Okay, so first option brings us here. 3 other options. First option here is you can check out your weapons and stuff. I think you might be able to name them or something. Oh, you can put weapon modifiers in here. So like I can go in here, you know, find a weapon modifier, like make the RC car faster or something. So yeah, that's what that's weapon. Yeah, change your weapon modifiers. Here you can change your character outfit. Ooh, Night Casi. So yeah, you know, just select it with circle, and you know, there you go. It just takes you back out here. The final option are the monkey summons. You don't select them in here. You have to do that in the super menu when you go into a mission. But you know, you can check them out, see what they look like in here. Let's go back. Okay, so that was the first option there. Second option. Monkey cards. I didn't really talk about this in my video, but that's what this video is for. Dive a little bit deeper. So you collect monkey coins in missions, and basically they unlock just fun little pictures of monkeys and a little extra information. I can't read Japanese, so I can't really get that much out of them. But yeah, that's enough of that menu. Okay, third menu down. You can name your character. I named them after their English names. So Casi, Spike, stuff like that. This is the cinematic viewer. The cinematics crashed my PlayStation 2, so I'm not going to show any of them to you, but you can find them on YouTube, or, you know, just play the game. Maybe it won't crash your PS2. So go back. So yeah, that's a cinema viewer. This is the most important menu, so let's go over this now. In fact, I might as well just talk. Was gonna have a talk about cards. Might as well talk about it here. Okay, so this is like the most important menu in the entire game because this is what allows you to create weapons. And my cat just entered my room. Okay, so then this first option here, you know what? Basically, it can be broken down into. Like I was saying, I can break these down into two menus for you guys. The top menu is automatic creation. Basically, you go in here, and for the cards you've collected by completing missions, it'll automatically show you what you can create. But first of all, let me tell you what these are. This first one is weapon creation, really important. So I could create the heart staff, I could create a red blaster. All of this stuff is stuff I can create from the cards I own. So, you know, you just hit circle, like, I don't know, I might want a red blaster. So I'll hit circle and it'll automatically combine the cards for me. So I don't have to go through, check out what all the cards do. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It makes it a lot easier, but, you know, I wanted to make a chart for you guys to show you what all the cards do. So yeah, okay, so let's go back to that top menu and shoot. I'm sorry, I'm doing this like without, I'm not like editing this later. I'm doing this in real time, so my cat's walking around. Okay, so, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, so right, we're going back to the top menu. This menu right here is weapon modifiers. So let's say you want to make your sword stronger, or you want to make your blaster recharge faster. You come here, and you could just look at these and, you know, select them, and, boom, you got a weapon modifier you can slot in, like I showed you guys earlier. So let's go back here. This is for the ape summons. So, you know, I could just select one, and it'll automatically combine cards for me to create that specific ape summon. And there it is. I created the astronaut ape summon. So we go back to the top menu, and the final menu option here is outfit. So I can go in here and I can select, I want to automatically make an outfit, and it'll just automatically combine my cards together to give me, you know, a super spy Casi or something. But yeah, that's all the options here. You know, bottom option is always quit, so select that, you go back. So yeah, that's automatically combining. So, but that won't give you every possible item in the game, so you really are going to want to try manual combining, which is this lower option right here. So you go into manual combining, and you can, you know, just look through your cards, and, you know, you got a whole bunch of cards. You got red cards, blue cards, green cards. You just, you know, combine them together By pressing circle, I'll combine these two cards, and you know, you never know what you're going to get. So let's see. It's a weapon modifier. There's way too many of these in the game. But yeah, I think that fully explains that menu. Really important stuff. I highly sorry, like I said, not editing this later, so if I flub a line, oh well. But yeah, I highly recommend using this menu, because the game is a lot more fun when you create your own weapons and outfits. Really, really cool. So let's see what this option is. This is to save a character, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. I think it's to save the character in a different slot, possibly. And this option saves the character. If I were to select this, it would save all the things I've done. I'm not going to save. Oh, that's another trick. I wanted to let you guys know this. If you want to know what every card combination is, but you don't want to lose your cards, basically you go into, your card menu, you go in here, you choose whichever cards you want to combine, and then you go back, and you've combined your cards, you've gotten something new. So basically, you press X, and it brings up this. It asks me, do you want to exit without saving? You want to select this left option, and I've exited without saving, so my cards have not been used up. So now you're free to combine your cards without using anything up, which is great. So let's go back. So that was, what was that, the character? Yeah, that was the character selection menu. So, let's go down here. This is the password menu. You can, there's passwords to unlock characters and stuff. You enter these. I wasn't able to figure it out, but you might be able to. You can unlock Jake and a few other characters. If anyone figures out, how to type in the right codes, just send them to me. Just send me the characters, because I couldn't figure it out. Just way too many characters. And this option down here is, it's your standard options I already showed you in the story mode. Vibration. I can't remember. I think this is for stereo or mono. So yeah, just exit out of that. So, I should have given you a rundown of every single menu item. So you shouldn't get lost anymore, because you know where everything is. You can find your way around the game. So yeah, have fun, and the rest of this part is going to be edited, so I won't be going blah, 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 blah. So yeah, see you after the cut. Alright, now that you've become accustomed with the menus, it's time to take a look at our anti-ape arsenal. I'm going to go through each and every weapon I own and give you the pros and cons. Now first off, we have your regular weapons, your stun clubs, your blasters, your rollerblades. I don't think I need to go over those are pretty basic. So let's go over the advanced stuff, the items that you can only use by crafting or using specific characters. Alright, Spike's Big Energy Blade. This thing is awesome. It does a colossal amount of damage, and it can rip through an ape's armor easily. It's a lot of fun, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Next up, the Pulse Cannon. This weapon is my personal favorite. Not too difficult to create, it's usually made from some pretty common blue cards. So just get your hands on some of those and combine away and make this beauty. It's a long-range energy launcher, and the damage it does are amazing. And it's an area of effect, so it can usually break apart the armor of multiple apes. Next up, the Dual Stun Club. Specter and Spike can both use these, but I personally prefer Specter's Lance or Spike's Big Energy Blade. The dual clubs are pretty good if you need a lot of combos, but the Big Energy Blade may be slow, but does way more damage. Next up, Natalie's Special, the Dual Blasters. These puppies are amazing, especially with the right weapon modifiers. They can recharge faster with them. That's right, recharge. These are the only blasters in the entire game that can recharge. You don't have to find ammo pickups. The regular blaster may lose its ammo slowly, but these puppies are much better. The firing rate is a lot better. So yeah, if you're using Natalie, definitely pick up this pair. I named mine Popo and Nana. Yellow blasters. This is a pretty good weapon. It's basically like a machine gun. Rapid fire. It runs out of ammo fast, but it can do a lot of damage. So make sure you find ammo pickups for it. The yellow rollerblades, pretty much better than the regular rollerblades in every way. They do more damage, and I think they're faster, though I'm not 100% sure on that. The heart staff. This weapon's okay. I would actually recommend the arm cannon over it though. The arm cannon can be charged if you hold down the button to do a huge amount of damage with a big energy ball. The heart staff charge just sends out little hearts that do a decent amount of damage. Its melee attack is much better though. It's an okay weapon all around. Specter's lance is pretty much the same as Spike's heavy blade. You know, it's slow, but it does a great deal of damage, so I recommend it. The red pulse cannon. This is the one pulse cannon I can't really get behind. Its range is very impressive, like, it can shoot a great distance, but it's hard to lock on to anything with it. Even if you lock onto an ape and fire, it usually goes above their heads. Though, if you land it, it's devastating, and has a huge area of effect. Much greater than a regular pulse cannon. One of the biggest problems though is it goes through its ammo supply way too fast. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could try it out if you want. Maybe it will work for you. Or maybe you'll just be better with it than I was. The yellow pulse cannon, on the other hand, is a weapon I highly recommend. This is a seeking pulse cannon. It doesn't do as much damage as the regular pulse cannon, but it's much better at hitting enemies that are up in the air. It can be pretty effective against some bosses, or just regular enemies. Also, if it's not locking onto an enemy, it fires straight across the ground, so it can be easier to hit cloaked enemies with. Well, cloaked enemies on the ground anyway. The red blaster. Definitely not my preferred blaster. I prefer the dual or the yellow. The red blaster is pretty much a shotgun. Good for getting a lot of close range damage, but not so great for long range damage. It's pretty effective on the slime canisters though. The black-blue plasma cannon. It's what I have to say about the black-blue plasma cannon is that it looks amazing. You just hold down the button and you shoot out this giant energy beam. It looks so cool. Looks cool. But how effective is it? It uses up a lot of ammo very fast. The damage it does are pretty good. I wouldn't bring it in on a life-threatening situation though. It could be fun to bring in on one of those destroy the slime canister missions. Natalie's dual staff is okay. It has an extra kick to the combo, literally. Overall, it is better than her regular staff, though not by much. I was hoping Natalie had a heavy blade like Specter or Spike, but all those hopes were dashed to pieces when I combined all her cards together. What the heck, Sony? The Satellite RC is... The Satellite RC is okay. It's very good at getting enemies that are high up in the air. My big gripe against the Satellite RC is that it runs out of ammo way too fast, and then it takes forever to charge up. With the correct weapon modifiers, it might work, but I can't read Japanese, so I'm lost. Okay, here's a very unique item. It's not a weapon. It's called the backpack, and it can store items you find on the ground. So let's say you're at max health and you find a great health pickup. Well, with the backpack, you can get that health pickup and save it for later. It could come in pretty handy, though I find it more useful to just bring in an extra weapon. You might find a use for it, though. Alright, lastly, the red rollerblades. These puppies let you teleport across the field. It's pretty fun, and the first time I saw Specter doing it, I was wondering how he was doing it. I just figured it was his psychic powers allowing him to do it. Nope, it was the red rollerblades. The downside to the red rollerblades is they don't do that much damage, and they're really hard to even hit with, since you know you're teleporting from exactly one spot to another. If you want damage while you're running, stick with the yellow rollerblades. Okay, so I kinda talked about the vehicles already. I wouldn't recommend any of them because once they're destroyed for good, and you lose 2 item slots. Out of all of them, I wouldn't recommend any of them really, though try them out if you get the chance, you might enjoy them. Okay, now that you know all about your weaponry, it's time to go out into the field. I'm going to give you tips and tricks on every single mission of the game. Here we go. Mission number 1. It's a giant gorilla mech, but it's a pretty easy mission. You just have to survive and eventually the mission will end, or maybe it has something to do with doing enough damage, I don't know. Either way, you don't have much to start with, so just shoot at it. Mission number 2. This is your first capture mission. As I stated in my other video, just attack the monkeys with your weapons, destroy their armor, and catch them with the gotcha net. Hold down the button to turn your gotcha net into a gotcha gun, and fire a net from a distance. Really useful. This is a very easy mission, so don't sweat it. Mission number 3. Destroy the truck by blowing up 4 different parts. There's a part at the front of the truck that you're going to have to jump up or aim at and shoot. And there's a part on the lower part of the truck, on the side, that you'll have to break the paneling to get to. It's not that hard a mission, though it helps if you have better weaponry. It might be pretty hard to do with starting gear. I recommend taking out the guns on the truck. It'll make it a lot easier to get to the truck's point. You'll be attacked by apes, so watch out. Mission number 4. Another capture mission early in the game, no biggie. Just do what you did in the first mission. Number 5. A boss mission. Okay, this thing, it has 2 attacks that are troublesome. It's got a shockwave attack. Use your jetpack to avoid that. It also has an attack that it uses its boosters and spins around in circles. I'd recommend tactically using your jetpack to dodge those. Use your ranged weapons, mostly ranged weapons, and you should be fine. Number 6, another capture mission. Another capture mission. All the early capture missions are pretty easy, so don't worry about it. Just take the apes out. If you see any apes in the water, use a net gun. Mission number 7. Destroy the computers. Okay, so this is kind of a capture mission, kind of a destroy mission, kind of like the truck one. Don't pay too much attention to the apes unless they're really getting in your way. Aim for the computers. Take out every single computer on the outside. If you take out all the computers on the outside, the defenses around the computers on the inside will be completely gone. Otherwise, you'll have satellites and shields in your path, and you don't want that. So remember, take out every computer on the outside first, and then go inside. Number 8, another capture mission. I haven't been giving you too many tips for these because they don't get hard until later. Just remember to use the apes' vehicles against them when you get the chance. Mission number 9. Okay, fighting apes in a giant baseball park. There's a lot of them. Just try to survive. And take out the giant laser cannons when they open up if you get the chance. Those things can be troublesome. Mission number 10. The airplane boss. This is one of the most annoying bosses in the whole game. There's a time when it will fly into the sky and come rushing down at you. Use your double jump followed by jetpack to dodge this attack. And make sure you're locked onto the boss, or it might be difficult to see which way it's coming from when it rushes in. Use your pulse cannon if you can get onto one of the rising platforms. Any other time, use your jetpack combined with blasters to deal damage to this thing. It doesn't land on the ground, so melee is out of the question. Mission number 11. Okay, this is a problem. Here's where cloaked enemies are introduced. This is where the capture missions really start getting hard. The whole game is built around this lock-on mechanic, and they just throw it out the window for cloaked enemies. Hold down the gadget button once you've selected the blaster, and you'll be able to manually aim by tilting the right analog stick. Good luck with that. I highly recommend the pulse cannon, as its area effect can really wipe these suckers off the map. Just be careful, cloaked enemies are the most dangerous kinds of enemies. Mission number 12. Okay, this involves a lot of vehicles, and you really gotta watch your health, because these apes are just gonna keep coming. Take advantage of any vehicles you find laying around after you defeat an ape. It really helps a lot. Also, be on the lookout for health pickups. Mission number 13. You fight a few vehicles, but this is just for the first minute or so. Then a gorilla mech shows up. This time you're actually going to have to defeat this thing. I recommend the red rollerblades. It makes it a lot easier to dodge its charging attack. Use the pulse cannon whenever you get the chance. Sometimes it stands still at the walls. Mission number 14. This is another standard capture mission, but cloaked enemies are in the rest of the game, so watch out. Mission number 15. Okay, you'll be fighting Specter, and he doesn't actually act like any other Specter fight we've had in the past. He acts kind of like you're fighting Spike, which is weird. Your best bet is to keep your distance and just shoot at him. Don't be afraid if you see him blocking. Eventually your shots will get through and do damage. Also, abuse your super attacks whenever you can get your super gauge up. My tips for Mission 16 are about the same. It's the Peepatron G boss, and pretty much, just keep your distance and shoot him and abuse your supers, just like you did against Specter. Mission number 17. This is where you first start fighting Virus Casis. Actually, this is the only mission where you fight Virus Casis. They like to use range attacks and melee attacks. Hit them hard with your pulse cannon, and melee weapons may be of use here. Don't forget to use your super attacks. it can really be helpful here. Missions 18 and 19. I'm lumping them together because they're pretty much the same puzzles. You have to light up every square, but be careful, if you go on the same square too many times, you'll fall through. I don't really have much for you, just walk on the right squares in the right order, and you'll be good. Mission number 20, the boss sphere. Okay, this is the boss you fight to try to get out of the virtual world. It yells out its attacks all the time, which gives you a clue. Like if it says spike, use the rollerblades to dodge it when it's coming down to the ground. Or when it's using wave, use your jetpack to dodge it when it's going across the area. You know, just get used to its attacks and the way to dodge its attacks. Use your pulse cannon and possibly melee weapons if you ever run out of ammo. Mission number 21. A flying boss. Okay, this guy likes to land on the ground sometimes. Whenever it's on the ground, you should be pounding it with your pulse cannon. When it's in the air, use your jetpack and your blasters to take it out. Mission number 22. Lots of cloaked enemies in here, but the ones you really need to watch out for are the cloaked apes with rollerblades. They're really hard to hit and they do a lot of damage. The advice I'd give to you is to bring in a pulse cannon and manually aim at them from a distance. One thing you may notice about the game is the apes can only follow you so far. They like to stay in their little areas. Take advantage of this. Keep your distance and manually aim to kill these guys. Mission number 23, protect Helga. Okay, so for the most part, Helga will follow you around until she gets to a computer. You should clear a path for her with your blaster and possibly rollerblades, but be careful because you'll leave her behind and she'll take damage. It's not too terribly hard a mission, especially not as hard as a protect mission coming up later, so don't worry about it. Mission number 24, destroy the slime capsules. These are always fun. There's slime enemies all over the place. Clear a path by using your blaster or rollerblades, just like in the Protect Helga mission. Find these capsules that are laying about. Not much I can tell you other than that. The fastest way to destroy the capsules is to abuse pulse cannons, different types of pulse cannons. The red blaster is also really useful here for its shotgun damage. Heavy blades are also good to use against these things. I'm pretty much going to give you the same advice for every single one of these slime capsule missions, so get ready for it. Mission number 25. Oh, this flying boss is back and it's a bigger pain than ever. It doesn't land at all, so don't bother bringing in a regular pulse cannon. Bring in the yellow homing pulse cannon, also bring in a few blasters. Ranged weapons are definitely your best bet. Don't bother with melee at all here. Whenever it latches onto the building outside your range, use your jetpack and shoot it with your blaster. The yellow plasma cannon may work, but I can't remember. Mission number 26. Oh my gosh. Mission number 26 is the most brutal capture mission in the entire game. The apes are heavily armed, and they will set traps for you throughout the entire level. Watch out for this area, where there's a nice little health pickup waiting for you, right? Wrong! The second you go in here, you're trapped in a cage match against dozens upon dozens of apes. I didn't make it out of that area alive. I recommend avoiding it because you don't need to go there to complete the mission. Just watch your health, get every pickup you can find. The backpack might work well here, though I just recommend bringing in a whole bunch of weapons. Mission number 27. This mission is even worse. This is another protect mission like for Helga. The truck is back, but this time instead of destroying it, you're supposed to protect it. It's annoying though, because you have to protect both sides. Slime enemies are moving in simultaneously on both sides. I recommend bringing in a blaster and just a rapid fire blaster like the yellow one or Natalie's dual blaster, and making a path through the slimes, continuously clearing them out on both sides. If any of the big flying enemies come in, use your pulse cannon to wipe them out. It's a really hard mission and I have no idea how I beat it. My tips right here will help you through, I think. Mission number 28, destroy more slime canisters. Rollerblades, blasters, there you go. Mission number 29. This is an interesting mission. You fight every ape vehicle in the entire game, but this time it's being controlled by slime. It doesn't make a difference until the gorilla mech shows up. This time you won't be able to damage it from the back, only from the side or from the front. It's really annoying like that. Definitely bring in possibly 2 pulse cannons and 2 blasters to keep your ammo up. There's a few ammo and health pickups on the side. Save them for when you really need them. destroying the mechs will already give you health and ammo pickups. This is a really tough battle against the gorilla mech because you can only damage it from the side and front. So be careful, the red rollerblade should help you dodge its charging attack, like I said before. Mission number 30. It's another slime canister mission. They're pretty easy to find. Rollerblades, blasters, you're good. The last mission. Oh boy. Where do I even start? This is the most annoying boss in the entire game because it has a self-healing ability. Okay, so there are 3 platforms, right? And there's a bunch of slimes on each of them. Basically, you can damage the boss just about anywhere. Use your melee and pulse cannon weapons. Rapid fire or dual blasters work pretty good too. Oh, I'm forgetting an important part here. Before you go into the mission, go into your super attacks and select the satellite attack. I don't know which one it is, but select it. You'll know by entering the mission. If it gives you a warning message, that basically means that you haven't selected the satellite super attack. So go back into your button combos for super attacks and try and find the satellite attack. Once it's selected, it'll let you go into the mission. What you need to do is build up your super gauge to 3. That's the only way you can use the satellite attack. Next, whittle the final boss's health bar down to flashing red. Next, activate the special attack and jump up into the air and jetpack. Make sure you're locked onto the boss and then fire it at the boss once the gauge is full. If it's done correctly, while the boss is trying to healing, a satellite laser beam will come down and do a colossal amount of damage. If you get the chance, add on to that damage with a pulse cannon or a weapon of equivalent power. This isn't always necessary, sometimes the satellite beam will get him, but sometimes you need to add a little extra damage in there. With a little luck, you'll have beaten Ape Escape Million Monkeys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. It's pretty late here, so I think I'm gonna go to bed after I finish editing all this. If you're an Ape Escape fan, I hope you get Million Monkeys and I hope you use my guide to help you out. I've included a card combination list for Specter, Natalie, and Casi in the description, so use it if you want to use one of those characters. It took me weeks and weeks of work to get this video done, so if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And here's some more videos for you. If you click on this video up here in the right corner, you can watch me and my friend Mike play Million Monkeys Versus Mode on Casual Fridays. It's on our Strategy Guides channel. It's a pretty fun video, and it completely explains Versus Mode, so go there to get your Versus Mode fix. Or if you want just an overview of the entire Million Monkeys game, you can click on this video in the bottom right. I cover pretty much everything I haven't covered here. It's a fun little video that took a really long time to make. Lastly, if you want to watch all my Ape Escape videos, just click on that annotation in the left corner over there. And you can watch every single Ape Escape video I've made over the years. Next up, Ape Escape on the Loose. On the PSP. Ape Escape was not meant to be played without dual analogs.